Hello everyone, I have wanted to do this tag forever and I'm finally getting the chance to do it. Let's read the Would You Rather Book Edition tag. I was tagged by Bree at Stories from the Shelf and by Sabrina over at Steakachino. Number 1, read only trilogies or standalones. I'd be interested in checking out standalones more. I already read a lot of series and I love being able to live with characters and see certain stories go on, but I admire the uniqueness of a standalone, the fact that each time you approach these stories, they're always new. The odds are better that something will be different, and that's what you're looking for, that new, different story that opens up new avenues that you haven't considered before. Number 2, read only male or female authors. Really? This is the question you're going to ask people. Now, truthfully, I have read way more male authors in my life than I have female authors. So yes, definitely female. Let's go with female authors on that one. 3, shop at Barnes & Noble or Amazon. I forgot to record the part where I answered that question. In Canada, we don't have Barnes & Noble. We have Chapters Indigo. But I would definitely say I prefer shopping in a physical bookstore because I love being able to peruse the shelves. There's something about that experience which is immensely private even though you're walking around a bunch of other people. So physical, in real life bookstores, definitely. Alright, back to you, Brock. 4, all books become movies or TV shows? Do not ask me this question. I have way too many opinions about that question. Movies are now about putting an archetype of a character into a situation, especially in the realm of science fiction and fantasy, where it's often about like the spectacle, the sense of wonder, or even the big spaceshipy fantasy grand world things that go on. Whereas in TV shows are now the place where you can like develop a character over a long period of time. You're not limited to that hour and a half to do everything in a character's arc. You have hours upon hours with which to explore that. And so when it comes to certain things like, say like The Martian, I'd want to see that as a TV series. I think doing it as a movie is a mistake and a discredit to the character of Mark Watney. When it comes to TV shows or movies, it's got to depend on the story, definitely, because certain stories have different scopes and need to convey different messages. Rendezvous with Rama, this thing is so character light, you would definitely want to do it as a movie. TV shows are getting there, but they're nowhere near what movies can do yet. One day they'll probably blend together into something really awesome, but right now they're separate and apart and they both have pros and cons that I'm wrestling with every day. 5, read 5 pages a day or 5 books per week. Come on, serious? No. 6, be a professional reviewer or author. I thought about becoming an author. I wanted to come up with ideas for stories. I thought that'd be really cool. And I found I enjoyed experiencing stories because I've actually got reviews that I'm writing that one day I hope to turn into videos and to post somewhere. 7, only read your top 20 favorite books over and over, or always read new ones that you haven't read before. With the size of my TBR pile, I'm always trying to read new stories and trying to find new things, but one thing I would love to do is to go back to my top 20 books and read those again. Like if I only had to read those for the rest of the time, I would be okay with that. My top 20, they're really good books. I could read them and not get tired of them. I mean that. I'm serious about that. They are good books. Good books! 8, be a librarian or bookseller. A librarian would be cool, you get to work with books. A bookseller, I would be a used bookseller because there was this little bookstore that I used to go to. It was called the Book Nook. I don't think it's there anymore. I think the owner is retired. But there was this old man who ran the bookstore. And just to imagine that he spent his whole day doing that. Here's a dusty old copy I think you'd enjoy. This is wonderful, isn't it? If that book comes in, I'll give you a call and you can come pick it up. I want to be that old guy from the Never-Ending Story, sitting in the bookshelf, giving people magical books, and then when they leave, if they've stolen the book or something, I can smile and be like, they just stole something cool. Because even though like that kid steals the book and takes off, that guy, like he does that moment where he just sort of looks out the door and then smiles, being like, this kid took a story. That's all right by me. But shame on the kid for stealing that book. The police should be after him. He should be in jail. 9, only read your favorite genre or every genre except your favorite. I love science fiction. I want to keep reading science fiction. I'm not going to give up science fiction. I love it too much. I love it too much. 10, only read physical books or ebooks. As convenient as ebooks are from a weight storage perspective, physical books are my one true love, and the only way I will stop buying them is if they stop making them. So, books, I love you. This is awkward.